Well, good evening and welcome to the Weslaco High School Gymnasium as K-West brings you Wildcat basketball. It's going to be the Wildcats taking on the Vikings from Brownsville Pace. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup for both squads. Starting for the Vikings, number 0, Dax Delgado. Number 1, Alexander Agado. Number 2, Elias Fortanelli. Number 3, Christian Guajardo. And number 21, Benny Villarreal. For your Wildcats, it's going to be number 2, Nacho Aranda. Number 3, Jedediah Rivens. Number 4, Daniel Mendoza. Number 5, Zion Rodriguez. And number 10, Joshua Contreras. Rivens with the jumping responsibilities for your Wildcats, going up against Villarreal for the Vikings. And the Vikings quickly out to the corner. Driving, turning around, bringing it back out to the top is Fortaleni. Out to the right corner to Agado. Back to Fortaleni. Perimeter passing from the Vikings, and from beyond the arc, a shot is taken by Fortanelli, and it's missed, and it's rebounded by your Wildcats. So it's going to be Aranda bringing it up the court, goes to Rivens. Rivens with a little move up to the glass and in. So Rivens, a great move as he gets by the defense, goes straight to the hole, gets that one off the glass and in. And a pass down underneath to Villarreal. He tries to go up, but he is fouled. And that foul is going to be on Contreras, his first. That'll send Villarreal to the line for 2. Makes good of the first one. And he gets them both. 2-2, 7:08 to go. As we are just underway here in the first period. Pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Aranda. Coming out, pressuring are the Vikings. Aranda back to Rodriguez. Out to Rivens in the corner. Rivens double team, loses the basketball, and it is out of bounds. So a turnover created by the pressure defense of the Vikings. So they'll inbound. This is going to be Fortanelli, and he'll bring it up the court, give it right back to Guajardo, and they come across the timeline. Guajardo trying to spin, trying to drive, cannot, dish it out. 4-3 shot taken, miss. Villarreal with the rebound. Villarreal goes up. He's fouled. Not sure they're giving him the basket. 2 count, that's what they're saying. So a 3-point play for Villarreal. And he makes good of it. So 5-2, Vikings on top. All 5 points coming from Villarreal. Turnover created, and that's a travel. So the Vikings create the turnover, but lose it right back on a travel. 5-2, they are up. So they'll inbound the basketball to Zion Rodriguez. Out to Aranda. Back to Rodriguez. Pace coming out, looking like they're going to double team Aranda. He gets it out to Rivens. Rivens with the baseline move. Stops, gets it back to Aranda, and it's a little too far for Aranda to handle, and it carries him out of bounds. So we'll have a substitution. E.J. Garza comes onto the court for Rivens. We played 2 minutes, just under 6 minutes here in the first. 5-2, Vikings on top. That one knocked away by Aranda. So Delgado with the inbound pass. Delgado with the inbound pass. Gets it into Fortanelli. He'll drive. Little short on the running jumper. He gets his own rebound, but he's fouled. So that one's on Aranda, his first, and that's going to send Fortanelli to the line for two. Third time here in the first period that the Vikings are at the free throw line. First one is no good. He gets the second one. So the Vikings are 4 for 5 from the free throw line here in the first period. They lead 6-2. Mendoza, long pass to Garza. Back to Mendoza for three. That one is good. So Mendoza gets himself a tray, brings the Wildcats within one. 5-6, they're down. 5:25 left here in the first. Villarreal for three. That one is good. So Cristian Guajardo from way downtown drops that one. 9-5, Vikings are up. Aranda getting double teamed. Gives it up to Contreras. Mendoza for three. Little strong off the back iron. Rebounded by Fortanelli. Long pass to Guajardo. Guajardo for three. And he gets back-to-back trays. And it's 12-5. Vikings on top. Coach Rodriguez calls the timeout with 4:45 to go. We'll be right back. The court, that's Rodriguez. Mendoza, Aranda. Rodriguez kicks it out to Contreras all the way across to Aranda. Aranda for three. Little strong, knocked away, picked up by Fortanelli. Knocked away by Aranda, he's got the steal. And he'll slow things down. He'll bring it across the timeline. Goes inside to Contreras, but can't be handled. So a turnover for the Wildcats. The Vikings bring it up the court. On the wing inside to Villarreal. Villarreal trying to drive to the hole. Puts a shot up, that one misses. Mendoza with the rebound. Aranda brings it up the court. Give it up to Mendoza, to Rodriguez. Back to Mendoza. He drives, gets to Contreras, back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez for three, and that one is good. So Rodriguez gets himself in the scoring column with a tray. Brings the Wildcats to within four, down 12-8 with 3:33 to go here in the first. And Delgado with a spin move, losing the basketball. And it goes out of bounds. So Aranda brings it up slowly to Mendoza. Rodriguez. Aranda thought about going to Contreras. Rodriguez is going to drive. He goes up off the glass and in. So a great move from the freshman as he just zigzags through the Viking defense and lays that one in off the glass. 12-10. Three-point shot taken, missed. Rebound picked up by Rodriguez. He'll bring it up. Gets it to Aranda. Aranda on the baseline going out to Contreras, but it's stolen by Guajardo. Guajardo goes the length of the court. He misses. Mendoza is going to be fouled as he was going up for the rebound. And that one is on Benny Villarreal. He'll pick up his first foul tonight. It's going to be a non-shooting foul. And to be honest with you, that's the first foul on the Vikings here tonight. Very clean game played by the Vikings so far. Perimeter passing from your Wildcats. Mendoza all the way across to Rodriguez. Out to Aranda. E.J. Garza for three. A little strong off the back iron. And that's going to be a foul on Aranda as he charged the rebound. Made contact with a couple of Viking ball players. So Aranda will pick up his second foul of the ball game. 2:10 to go here in the first period. Vikings up 12-10. That's going to be a moving screen. And that one, Chase Morales, no way of denying that one. So the Wildcats will inbound. Quickly, the Vikings come up for a double team. Carriaga now on the court for your Wildcats. Double teamed is Garza in the corner, knocked away as Munoz collapsed on Garza, but it stays in the hands of your Wildcats. Inbound pass to Carriaga. Rodriguez at the top. Goes out to Contreras, back to Rodriguez. Carriaga, he's going to drive, knocked away and stolen by Munoz. And Munoz dribbles backwards to get things slowed down and get everybody back in position. Morales for three, and that one hits. So 3 trays by the Vikings here in the opening period. They are up by 5, 15-10 with 1:15 here. Rodriguez for three, that one off the back iron. Knocked away. Mendoza with the rebound. Running jumper, he gets that one to fall. So Mendoza with 5 points brings your Wildcats to within 3. From way downtown, missed are the Vikings. Rebound finally picked up by the Vikings. Great hustle by Rudder. Kicked out to the corner. And that's a foul on the Vikings. Alexander Agado, he picks up his first. So in the last 2 minutes, the Vikings with 3 fouls. Under a minute to go, 42 seconds. Vikings on top, 15-12. Mendoza out to Carriaga. Carriaga driving into E.J. Garza. Out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to create something, gives it up to Garza. Here comes Mendoza, running jumper block. Carriaga comes up with the loose ball. Here comes Contreras. Dribbling through traffic, out to Rodriguez. He'll take one from 15 feet away and drops that one. Nothing but the bottom of the net. So Zion with 7 points brings the Wildcats to within 1, 14-15 with 7 seconds to go. Last 4 seconds. Guajardo waiting for the last shot, and he's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 3 with 1/10 of a second. That foul is going to be on Joshua Contreras, and that'll be his second foul tonight. So Guajardo will be at the line to shoot 3. He misses the first one. Second of 3 for Guajardo. He nails that one. And he gets the third one. So he drops 2 of 3 to close out the first period. And a shot taken almost drops in, but it does not. So we've played one here at the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium. At the end of one, it is the Vikings 17, your Wildcats 14. We'll be back with the second period right here on K-West. Just about to get underway here in the second period. It is the Vikings of Brownsville Pace 17, your Wildcats 14. Zion Rodriguez dropped 7 in the first period. Daniel Mendoza had 5. Jediah Rivens had 2. Christian Guajardo with 8. Benny Villarreal with 5. Elias Fortanelli with 1. That's the scoring in the first period on both squads. That one is off the foot of Munoz, so the Wildcats will inbound. Rodriguez with the rock. Out to Garza in the corner, double team. And Garza just a little unfortunate there as the ball ricocheted off one of the Vikings, but back onto him as he was standing out of bounds. Kicked out to Fortanelli. Heel's gonna drive. Knocked away by Mendoza. And the Wildcat faithful really enjoying that one. Here comes Rodriguez. Mendoza with a little move. Out to Contreras. And an errant pass creates a turnover. That'll go the other way. Carriaga, Mendoza, Contreras, Rivens, and Rodriguez on the court for your Wildcats. Munoz on the left wing. Back to Morales under the basket. And he's going to be fouled. So Morales will go to the line to shoot 2. He was fouled by Mendoza. Mendoza picks up his first foul of the evening. So Morales makes good of the first one. Here's the second of 2 free throws. And he gets them both. So Morales comes off the bench and he's already contributed 5 points. And it's a 5-point lead for the Vikings, 19-14 with 6:57 to go here in the second. Mendoza to Carriaga to the corner to Rivens. Rodriguez for 3. And that one is good. So Rodriguez now in double-digit scoring. He's got 10, 17-19. Wildcats down by 2. Out to the top, out to the corner. Fortanelli for 3. That one misses. Rebound Rodriguez. And he'll dribble through the defense. And he's going to go the length of the court. And he misses. Went a little too far. But they're going to say the basketball was last touched by the men in black. So the Wildcats will inbound. Inbound pass goes to Rivens. Mendoza all the way across to Rodriguez. He'll drive. He'll go up. Off the glass and in. So the freshman showing that he can compete. Ties this one up at 19, and he's got 12 points tonight. Little turnaround jumper for Guajardo. 2-point lead for the Vikings. So Guajardo now in double-digit scoring as he's got 10 points. So if you expected a good basketball game, you got exactly what you expected. 21-19, 5:37 to go here in the second. Contreras driving, 6-foot running jumper is good. So Contreras finally gets himself in the scoring column and ties this one up at 21. Into Morales, he kicks it out to the corner. Almost losing it, and they bring it back out to the top to Contreras. Contreras dribbling, ribbons with the defense. Kicks it out for three. That one no good. Tracked down by Munoz. Back to Guajardo for three. This time he gets it to go. So Christian Guajardo has 3 trays tonight. He's got 13 points, and he now gives the Vikings a 3-point lead, 24-21. And he's not going to get the rebound as he just lets it go out of bounds. Smart play from Guajardo, as there is no one around him, allows both squads to make some changes. So Gael Romo comes onto the court for the first time for your Wildcats. He'll join Contreras, Aranda, Mendoza, and Cariaga on the court. That's a turnover. So the Wildcats, with 4:29, will inbound from right in front of the scoring table, down by 3, 24-21. This is going to be Aranda. Out to Romo. Romo dribbling out to his left. From downtown, little strong, misses. Guajardo with the rebound. And a push from Aranda, and that's going to be Aranda's 3rd foul, but that's going to put the Vikings in the bonus. So that'll send Guajardo to the line for a 1-and-1 shooting opportunity. .4:11 to go, 24-21, Vikings on top. 1-and-1 for Guajardo. And he drops the first one, so he'll earn himself a 2nd free throw. And he gets 2. So Guajardo is 4 for 5 from the free throw line, has 15 points tonight, and a kickball on the Vikings. As Joe Trevino just eloquently gets that foot out there to let everybody know that's a kickball. Romo on the right wing, dribbles back, gets it out to Contreras. Contreras, Vikings try to collapse on him, goes inside to Mendoza, and Mendoza can't handle that one. He gets away from him, and another turnover for the Wildcats. So they trail by 5 with 3:40 to go, 26-21. Guajardo back to Delgado. Delgado looking to drive. From the inside the arc is Villarreal. It's on Cariaga. That's his first foul. So Villarreal with a 3-point play opportunity here. Misses, rebounded by Fertinelli. He goes right beyond the arc, and he takes a shot, and hustling for the loose ball is Contreras, and Rado for the Vikings. They tie it up. Possessionary arrow says it's going to remain in the hands of the Vikings. So Delgado out to Fortanelli. This is Guajardo, spin move, trying to go in, knocked away. Little extracurricular under the basket. So the Vikings will inbound. Into Fortanelli. Little spin move. Jumper off the glass. A little strong. He gets his own rebound. He goes right back up. Second shot is missed. Villarreal with the rebound. Mendoza with the foul. Mendoza trying to grab the basketball, but grabbed Villarreal's hand. So he picks up his second foul, and Villarreal is at the line for two. (28-21), 3:06 to go. He misses the first one. He gets the second one. 29-21, Vikings on top. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Wildcats. Going to be Romo out to Mendoza, but Coach Rodriguez wants a timeout. So we're going to take one as well. You're enjoying Wildcat basketball right here on K-West. (9:21), 2:51 left to go here in the first half. E.J. Garza. Rodriguez. On the court is Reggie Gomez. He makes his first appearance of the night. Rodriguez looking to make a move. Kicks it out to Garza. Garza drives. Running jumper from 12 feet off the front iron. Reggie Gomez going to go up there for the rebound. Can't grab it. Last touch by the Vikings. So the Wildcats will inbound. Inbound pass all the way to Romo. He's going to drive the baseline. He'll go up off the glass. Little short rebounded by the Vikings. Guajardo comes and brings it up the court. Got Romo in front of him. From three-point land, it's good. So Guajardo now with 4 trays tonight. E.J. Garza from downtown, and he makes good of that one. 32-24, 1:50 to go. Fortanelli driving, kicks it out to Delgado. Here's Villarreal from 15 feet away. That one is good. 34-24, it's a 10-point lead for the Vikings. Rodriguez from three-point land, and that one is good. So Rodriguez has 3 trays tonight. 27-34, they are down. Out to Fortanelli, it's in the right corner. That's Rudder. Being guarded by Contreras, going inside to Villarreal. He's too far under the basket, can't get that one. Picked up by Garza, gives it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gonna drive, gets it back to Garza. Garza from 3. Little strong, rebounded by Rudder. Fouled by Gomez. So Gomez is gonna pick up his first foul. And he's gonna send Rudder to the line, and Rudder will shoot 2. First one drops. Second of 2 for Rudder. 35-27, 1:07 to go. And Rudder gets them both. 36-27, 1:05 to go. Vikings on top. And when I mean to go, I mean till halftime. Rodriguez out to Garza. Garza thought about it, brought it back down as Agado came out to pressure him. Rodriguez from just inside the arc. That one misses. Rivens with the rebound. He can't get it, but Gomez does. He puts it up, misses, and it's going to be a long pass in the direction of Agado, but that one was just way over his head. So Gomez will take a breather. Carriaga comes back onto the court with 40 seconds to go. Wildcats down 36-27. Contreras out on the left wing. All the way across to Rivens, but Rivens was moving. So that's a turnover. A word we've been mentioning a little too much tonight. So this is going to be Guajardo bringing it across the timeline. Being guarded by Rivens. 12 seconds. Guajardo has the hot hand for the Vikings. And that's going to be a push on Guajardo. Maybe they didn't call a push. Maybe they called a 5-second violation. So it's going to be Wildcat basketball. They'll inbound with 6 seconds. Here comes Rodriguez. Rivens for three. Doesn't go anywhere. And it is now officially halftime. And at the half, it is the Pace Vikings 36. Your Wildcats 27. We'll be back with the second half right here on K-West. Just moments away from the second half, your Wildcats trailing 36-27. Let's give you the scoring for the first half. Leading all scorers and leading the scoring for the Vikings is Christian Guajardo. He has 18 points, followed up by Benny Villarreal, who has 10. Fortanelli has 1. Tyler Rudder has 2. Chase Morales has 5. For your Wildcats, Zion Rodriguez leads all scorers with 15, followed by Daniel Mendoza. He's got 5. EJ Garza has a tray. He's got 3 points tonight. And Contreras and Rivens each with a deuce. So 36-27, Wildcats will inbound. Here comes Rodriguez, quickly double teamed out to Mendoza. He's going to dribble in. Looking to get it back to Garza. Garza for 3, little strong. Rebound by Aranda. He kicks it out to beyond the arc and brings it back out to Will set from the top. Out to the left wing to Mendoza. Corner is Aranda. Rodriguez, Garza, Mendoza, Rivens, and Aranda are the starting 5 here in the second half. Rodriguez driving. Little short rebound. Rivens turns around off the glass and in. So Rivens with a great heads-up offensive board gets himself a bucket, and it's 36-29. Long inbound pass to Guajardo. He'll drive. Underhand lay-in. He misses. And he's going to go to the line as he is fouled by Rivens. And that is Rivens' first foul of the night. So Guajardo at the line for 2. This is his 3rd time to the free throw line. He is 4 of 5 thus far. Now he is 5 of 6. And he gets 2 of them. 6 of 7. And the Wildcats right back with a bucket. 38-31. Villarreal trying to drive. He does spin move, and that's a travel. So it'll go the other way. So after the travel, the Wildcats on their side of the court. Inside to Mendoza, out to Aranda. Aranda for 3. Off the front iron, missed. Villarreal with the rebound. And he'll give it up to Delgado. Delgado will give it up to Agado, and Agado drops one from beyond the arc. So it's now a 10-point lead for the Vikings, 41-31. Timeout called on the court, so we're going to take one as well. You're enjoying Wildcat basketball right here on K-West. EJ Garza out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez thinking about it, gives it back up to Garza. Aranda. Mendoza. Aranda. Out to EJ Garza to Rodriguez. Uncontested for 3. In and out. Rivens with the rebound. He goes right back up and gets that one to fall. So again, we see Rivens playing the offensive boards, going right back up and dropping it and bringing your Wildcats back to within 5, 41-36. And returning the favor is Algado. That is his second tray here in the third. 44-36 with 5:02 to go. A timeout called, and we'll be right back. So Guajardo at the line. Misses the first one. So speaking of Contreras comes back onto the court for Aranda. And the second of two for Guajardo. And he gets the second one. 4-point lead for the Vikings, 45-41, 3:34 to go here in the third. Rodriguez going strong with the hold, and that one is blocked. Good defense from Portalelli. So Guajardo will bring it up the court, being guarded by Rivens. Gives it up to Agado. Little spin move from Guajardo. He has it blocked by Rivens. And Rivens gives it up to Rodriguez, to Mendoza, back to Rodriguez. Zion driving. Kicks it out to the corner to Mendoza. They bring it around to Garza. Garza's going to drive. He lays it up, misses, and it's picked up by Rudder. Mendoza giving Rudder a little bit of a hassle coming up the court. They get it out to Agado. Out to the right wing. Driving. Shot taken. Off the glass and in. So Tijerina, with his first points of the night, gives the Vikings a 6-point lead, 47-41, 2:29 to go in the third. Here comes Rodriguez. Brings it across, gives it up to E.J. Garza. Portanelli defensively on Garza. Here comes Contreras driving the baseline. Stops his dribble, kicks it out to Garza. Mendoza for three, and that one is good. So Mendoza with his second tray of the third brings the Wildcats back to within 3. 47-44, Guajardo for 3. That one misses, and Guajardo goes back to the line for another 3 free throws. That one is going to be on Rivens. So we saw that in the first half, right at the end of the first period. If I'm not mistaken, there was 1/10 of a second left on the clock when he took a 3 and was fouled and went to the line. And he dropped 2 of them. This time he gets the first one. He gets the second one. Munoz back on the court for the Vikings. So the third of 3 free throws for Guajardo. And he gets all 3. 6-point lead for the Vikings, 50-44. Rivens for 3. That one's short. Loose ball. And the Wildcats come up with a loose ball. Here comes Rivens. Trying to lay that one, and it's short. We've got a whistle. Got a timeout called by Coach Rodriguez for the Wildcats. 50-44, the Vikings on top. 1:41 left to play in the third. We'll be right back. So the Wildcats with the inbound with 1:41 to go, trailing by 6, 50-44. Inbound pass to Mendoza. It's E.J. Garza for 3 out the front iron, and a foul on Munoz. Raised his hand, so we'll see if they do call it on him. They're not going to call it on him. They're going to call it on Agado. So that's his second foul. So the Wildcats will inbound. Long inbound pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbling out to his right. Guajardo comes out to defend him. Gives it up to E.J. Garza. Dribbles out to his right. Zion Rodriguez for 3, out the front iron, rebounded by Munoz. And he's going to bring it up the court, and he's going to decide to slow things down. Gives it up to Rudder. Agado for 3. He misses, and the loose ball is finally picked up by Mendoza. Long pass to Rivens. Rivens goes up. Does not get that one to fall, but he's going to be fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2. And that foul is on Agado, and that's going to be his third. So Rivens will go to the line to shoot 2. That one hits the front iron, a little short. So the second of 2 for Rivens. And he makes that one drop. 45-50, Wildcats down, 43 seconds to go here in the third period. Guajardo out to Fortanelli on the right wing. Munoz going to drive, decides to pick up the dribble, gives it up to Guajardo. Ribbons on Guajardo. Spin move. That's a travel. So that'll give the ball over to the Wildcats. Backcourt pressure being applied by the Vikings. Garza. Out to Ribbons. Here comes Ribbons. He loses it. Knocked away, picked up by Rudder. Mendoza coming from behind, trying to pickpocket him. This one's for three. That one misses off the back iron. Rudder with the rebound. Tries to put it up, cannot. Mendoza with the rebound. Gives it up to Garza. Here comes Garza. Pickpocketed by Guajardo. That foul is going to be called on Garza. So that's Garza's first foul tonight. So it'll go over to the Vikings with 4 seconds. Guajardo with the last minute shot. That one misses. And we have played 3. And at the end of 3, it is the Vikings 50, your Wildcats 45. We'll be back with the final period right here on K-West. Final 8 minutes of the ball game. Vikings on top, 50-45, and they will bring it in to begin the final period. This is Guajardo out to the right wing to Agado. Delgado will give it up to Guajardo. Fortanelli driving the baseline, goes up, short, picked up by Mendoza. Mendoza will bring it across the timeline. Rodriguez. Mendoza. Here comes Contreras. Picks up his dribble. Mendoza. Rodriguez. He'll drive. Picks up his dribble. Knocked away by Guajardo. It'll stay Wildcat basketball. Inbound pass goes to Ribbons. Ribbons, Rodriguez, Contreras, Mendoza, and Garza on the court as we begin fourth period action for your Wildcats. Here comes Zion Rodriguez. Out to Garza. Rodriguez. He's tripped up. And that's going to be a foul. So that foul is going to be charged to Agado, and that's going to be his fourth foul. So it's a non-shooting foul. And Coach Ramirez is going to get Agado a little breather. He'll send Rudder back onto the court. Long inbound pass to Ribbons, and Ribbons goes way up in the air to grab that one. Here's Garza for three. And that one is nothing but the bottom of the net. Garza has 2 trays tonight. And he brings your Wildcats to within 2. Munoz. They get it out to Guajardo. Guajardo's gonna drive. He goes up. That one is good. So Guajardo with 26 points tonight extends the Viking lead to 4. Here comes Ribbons. He'll go up. He'll get fouled, and he'll go to the line. Ribbons has done a great job attacking the hole. Ramiro Munoz with the foul, and that's just his first foul tonight. And Ribbons at the line for 2. Misses the first one. So the second of 2 for Ribbons. Misses that one as well, rebounded by Contreras. Gives it out to Zion Rodriguez. Ribbons is 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Ball is loose on the ground, a jump ball situation as we had 2 black jerseys, and EJ Garza sticks his hands in there. Rudder and Guajardo for the Vikings, and EJ Garza all tussling to try to get that one. Inbound pass, a long one into Contreras. He'll dribble out to his left. He'll go to the rack. We've got a foul. That foul is going to be on Fortanelli, and that's just his first. So Contreras at the line. This is his first trip to the charity stripe. That one is good. The second of 2 for Contreras. That one misses, rebounded by Rudder. Munoz had a little trouble getting that one, so we'll go right back to him. Gives it up to Delgado, and he'll dribble all the way across the court. Guajardo trying to drive, but he's fouled. That one's going to be called on Zion Rodriguez, and that's just his first. So each team with 5 team fouls with 5:28 to go here in the ball game. Vikings up by 3, 52-49. So Delgado with the inbound pass. They'll kick it out to Fortanelli, looking to drive. Kicks it out to Rudder. Rudder wanting to drive, denied. Gets it out to Delgado. Villarreal. Inside to Guajardo, and he was all alone. So Guajardo now has 28 points tonight, and it's a 5-point lead for the Vikings, 54-49. Here comes Rodriguez. They knock it away from Rodriguez, saying he was the last one to touch it, so that's a turnover created by the Vikings. So Rudder will bring it up the court, gives it out to Fortanelli. He'll go to the rack, misses that one. Villarreal with the rebound, goes right back up and right in. So Villarreal with the bucket gives the Vikings a 7-point lead, 56-49 with 4:31 to go. Timeout called on the court. We'll take one as well. You're enjoying Wildcat basketball right here on KWES. 4:31 to go. And what a game we have seen tonight. 56-49, Vikings on top. Inbound pass goes to Garza. And Garza trying to go right back to Aranda, and they lose it. So it goes right back to the Vikings. So the Vikings will inbound. Long inbound pass to Rudder. Being guarded by Aranda. Aranda has 4 fouls. Rudder with a spin move. Goes up, off the basket. He misses. Villarreal with the rebound. He gets that one to fall, and he'll go to the line for 1. So Garza picks up his 2nd foul. And Villarreal had 10 points in the first half, was quiet in the 3rd period. He's got 4 points so far here in the 4th, a chance for a 3-point play here. Off the back iron, he misses, rebounded by Aranda. Aranda brings it up the court, kicks it out to Rivens. Rivens, little move, 13 feet away. He's fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2. Call that one on Guajardo. That's going to be his 1st foul tonight. So Rivens at the line for 2. He was at the line just a little while ago, and he missed both of them. This time he makes good at the 1st one. Delgado will take a breather. Agado comes out onto the court. The 2nd of 2 for Rivens. Off the front iron, rebounded by Guajardo. Gives it up to Rudder. Back to Guajardo, to Villarreal. Here comes Fortanelli. He goes up, he misses, but he's fouled. And if not mistaken, that's going to be on E.J. Garza. That'll be his 3rd. It is. So that'll send Fortanelli to the line for 2. First one is good. Misses the 2nd one, but it's rebounded by Munoz. Corner is Munoz. Back out to Delgado. Wasn't out very long. Out comes the defense. Cariaga with the defense. Munoz having some troubles, and he's going to travel. But no, they're going to call a timeout before the travel. So he's awarded a timeout, Coach Ramirez is. So with 3:15 to go, it's 59-50. Vikings on top. We'll be right back. There are 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this one. Vikings up 59-50. Vikings with the inbound pass, they get it out to Rudder. Rudder loses it. Mendoza with the defense. This time he decides to drive and he kicks it out to Delgado. Delgado almost loses it with EJ Garza trying to pick it away. He'll go to the rack. He misses, but he's fouled. So Garza now, he's got 4 fouls. Now that'll send Delgado to the line. Delgado has yet to score tonight. And he gets his first point of the night from the free throw line. The second of 2. He gets them both. 61-50, Vikings on top. 2:55 to go. Inbound pass to Ribbon. Back to Aranda, and Aranda will bring it up the court as the Vikings defense retreat. It's a little bit of pressure as they inbounded it. And Aranda down the baseline. Little move off the glass and in. So Aranda finally gets himself in the scoring column, brings your Wildcats to within 9 with 2:33 to go, down 61-52. Guajardo looking to drive to the left. Comes back. Now he'll drive in. Goes into Fortanelli. Fortanelli takes a shot. He misses, but he's fouled. So he's going to go to the line for 2. That foul is on Contreras. That's Contreras' 3rd foul. So Fortanelli to the line for 2. He's been at the line twice. He's 2 of 4 so far tonight. And he misses the first one. The second of 2. And he gets the second one. 3 of 6 is Fortanelli from the line. Zion loses the ball. Out to Rudder. Rudder misses. And that's going to be a foul on Rudder. That's just his first foul. But we've got 17 fouls on the Vikings, so the Wildcats will start going to the line. So Contreras with a 1-and-1 shooting opportunity. Chase Morales comes onto the court. First one is good, so he'll get a second one. 53-62, 2:06 to go. And he gets 2. 54-62, Wildcats down. 2:03 to go. Guajardo bringing it up the court. Decides to retreat and slow things down. Now he'll go back. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 as he is fouled by Contreras, and Contreras picks up his 4th foul. So a few Wildcats with 4 fouls, Contreras, Garza, and Aranda. So Guajardo at the line to shoot 2. He misses the first one. .153 to go. Aranda, Rodriguez, Mendoza, Rivens, and Garza on the court. Second of 2 for Guajardo, and he gets the second one. 1:50 to go, 63-54, Vikings on top. Here comes Aranda, gives it up to Rivens. Rivens goes up, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. That foul is on Guajardo. He picks up his second. First one is good. Once again, they'll send Chase Morales and Dax Delgado back onto the court. A couple of guys with some size. Rivens misses the second one. Ball is loose. Finally picked up by Fortanelli. Delgado gets the basketball as they throw a long pass to him, and he's going to go try to lay that one in. He cannot. Loose ball. Mendoza and Morales going up for it. They're going to say it was last touched by Mendoza, so it'll be black ball. Inbound pass to Fortanelli. 1:27 to go. Rivens with the defense. Fortanelli going to the rack. He misses, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So Rivens picks up his third foul of the evening. Fortanelli, who is 3 for 6 from the free throw line tonight, is going to shoot 2. He makes good of the first one. Rudder and Munoz coming back onto the floor. So the second of 2 for Fortanelli. And he gets them both. 65-55, it's a 10-point lead for the Vikings. 1:17 left to go. Rodriguez looking to drive. He does, off the glass and in. So those are the first points for Rodriguez here in the final period. He's got 24. (65-57), 1:02 to play. Referee put the ball down as there was just way too much time being expended and no one really got out there to inbound the pass or the basketball. So in order to avoid a 5-second delay, Ramirez calls a timeout. So we'll take one as well. We'll be right back. This time they get themselves straight, the Vikings do, and they get the inbound pass quickly to Guajardo. And he's fouled. We'll see who they call that one on. Little discussion being had by the referees. They're going to call that one on Aranda, so that's going to be his 5th foul. So Aranda's done for the night. And that'll send Guajardo back to the line, and he's going to shoot 2. Gets the first one. He gets them both. 67-57, 10-point lead for the Vikings, 56 seconds to go. Rodriguez looking to drive, he does, spin move, goes up. That one misses, rebound is Rudder. Gives it up to Guajardo. Guajardo dribbling up the court, trying to get it inside of Fortanelli, he does, and that one is blocked. Great play defensively by the Wildcats as they got back in time to block that one. Inbound pass to Agado. Out to the top to Fortanelli. 39 seconds to go. He's going to look to drive. No, he doesn't. This is it out to the corner to Agado. Agado misses, but Fortanelli with the rebound gets it up and in. 69-57, 25 seconds to go. Here comes Rodriguez. He'll go to the rack, and he'll get that one to fall. 17 seconds, 10-point lead for the Vikings. Here comes Guajardo. 12 seconds. They got to get it across, they do. They're going to call a foul on Garza, is what they're going to do. And they're going to send Guajardo to the line. So DJ Garza, just fouled out. So Guajardo will be at the line to shoot 2 with 3.6 seconds to go. Misses the first one. Gets the second one. Zion with a long shot. That one does not go in, and the game has gone final. Final score, it is the Pace Vikings 70, your Wildcats 59. We want to thank you for watching this one. It was a good one. Want to thank Val Zamora for keeping us online, keeping the graphics going throughout the evening. And of course, we want to wish a very happy birthday to our cameraman, Vinny Berry. Happy birthday, Vinny. Doing a great job. I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium, where once again, your Wildcats fall to the Pace Vikings. The Vikings 70, the Wildcats 59. We'll see you next time right here on K-West.